What up, Jeff here with all my ICP renegades? And I'm in jail. I got bricks behind me. You can't even see my arms. My arms have just disappeared. There's this new virtual background for this, and I just thought I'd check it out. But it looks so weird. Like I put my arms up, and they're gone. And yeah, I just disappear every time I move. Oh, my head doesn't. At least it keeps my head straight. Today's gonna be more like a vlog style. We are gonna look at some key metrics for the internet computer. But the good thing is we're volatile. Now, why is this a good thing? Actually, I'm getting rid of this. Hold on. I need to figure out how. Okay, settings, virtual background. I mean, we could try a different one real quick to see if it's better. Hey, I got a grand piano now, baby. This is what my house is gonna look like after ICP goes up to like $190 a piece. I will be able to buy this grand piano. So take a mental picture of this, because one day that is what my house is going to look like right there, and my piano. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. There we go. I thought it was pretty cool though, just to try that out. How is everybody? We got King Love in the house today. What's up, my guy? Definitely, he is a big gamer. Like to see my gamer friends on here. Man, I wish I wouldn't have ruined all my gamer friends from Clash of Kings. What ended up happening is I had a castle worth like $10,000. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on that game, and I had this group of like 30 different people, and I'm still friends with a few of them. But nobody wanted to buy my castle, and I legit needed the money. And I couldn't play the game anymore, so I had to sell it. And what happened is I sold it to somebody else in the server, because you get different servers that you're in. So I sold it to somebody, and he lived in the Middle East somewhere. He Western Union me the money to Walmart before crypto. This was before crypto, or else I probably would have had him pay me an ICP or something. But so we did that, and then all my friends turned on me. They're like, "Oh, why'd you sell it to somebody else? You could have sold it to us." I was like, "Bro, I've been trying to sell it for like last 3 months to you guys. Nobody wanted it." And then so I find somebody, they all turned on me because I was one of the strongest in the place, and me selling my castle made them weaker. It was stupid, but so I lost a lot of friends because of that. Money comes between people, even if it's something stupid like that. Like, it's a game, guys. Come on, you thought I was going to play forever? Anyway, I do love gaming though. I'm actually playing a few different games right now. That's why I'm really liking ICP and how it's developing gaming on Web3. That's why you see me play Plethora and games like that. And I'm going to do that more and more as Web3 games become more intricate, involved in everything. So before I get to our point, I'm just going to chat with you for a minute. Fake news, win Lambo ICP. Even if I become rich, I'm not going to buy a Lamborghini. I'm not one of those kind of crypto people. Even if I become rich, I would rather donate my money to a good cause and have like a BMW or like a Mercedes, or even, like a cool Honda, like a 2023 Honda or something that's practical, and then donate the 100,000 that I saved from buying a Lambo. But yeah, if you guys are into Lambo, hey, that's cool. I'm not hating on you guys. I just think my money would be better spent in a good cause or something. But if you want a Lambo, ICP is probably the way to go. I see this as going to be my biggest investment. It doesn't do the crazy volatile pumps of, say, Anchor or ACH, which is good, because I don't know if those cryptos are going to last in the coming bull to bear market to bull market, because they go so parabolic so quickly, and then there's nothing after that. So it's like what they do is they pump so fast that they get everybody's interest. Oh my God, it just went up 190,000% or 190%. And then it does nothing. Everybody puts their money in it like, oh, it's going to do it again. And then it never does, until you lose a bunch of money and then wait. And then finally it goes back up again. Why I made this video titled, "Why is the internet computer coin so volatile right now?" If you remember, before we pumped from the $3 mark all the way up to $5, and then $7, almost $8, almost $9. It is because we had little volatility. What happens in the market is a lot of people stop trading. And they can't dump it on anybody anymore because the people who are left in the market are like you and I. We're not going to sell no matter what the price goes to because we believe in the project. And that's stupid if it's not a good project. If I didn't believe that ICP was going to be a top 10 crypto, then what am I doing here? And I believe 100% that with the Bitcoin integration that has happened now, we have that milestone in our rear view now. That was one of the big things I was like, okay, this is really going to determine my future and basically my channel, my community's future. All of our future is, well, did the Bitcoin integration happen? Yes, we did it. We finally got our Bitcoin integration live. Now what? Well, if you've noticed, ever since then, we started to get super volatile. And the good thing is Bitcoin went up as well. The thing with that is the volatility going really high right now is a good thing, because what happens is we can go to an area, we get more breakouts, we get more big price movements, which means we have more opportunity to dollar cost average. If you're trying to buy at a lower price, say you wanted to get in at $6.40. We were just at $8.24. You're like, oh, I missed it. Well, it gives you another chance to get in at these lower levels, dollar cost average, and then maybe even get some more ICP. Because that's my big thing. We need a stable coin on ICP, period. There is a way that you could trade your ICP. You couldn't do it on ICP swap, which I want to do it all decentralized. But what you could do, because I made a nice profit off of my ICP tokens like Dogby, it pumped a crazy amount in just a couple days. So I made, like a $50 profit. I only put 100 in there. And then I made a nice profit off of my Ghost token. The thing is, when I turned it into ICP went up, but then back down. And so that took away some of my profit that I made. I'm holding it still, and I'm going to look in to get to more ICP tokens. But what happens is we don't have a medium of exchange to keep our money flat. So if we make a profit and then put it into ICP and then ICP goes down, we lose that profit. So this is what I'm doing from now on. Every time that I make a profit in an ICP token, and this only has to do with ICP tokens and possibly NFTs as well. If you make a nice profit from NFTs, throw it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Coinbase or one of these other exchanges. You might actually be able to do it on like Garda wallet, or Garda doesn't have ICP. There might be a wallet where you can actually go into the exchange function, which is like they use, I know they use like some third-party exchanges. So you could take your ICP, say you made $100 profit. Well, if ICP goes down $100 in your total, you just lost that profit. So what you do is right when you exchange it, go over to like Coinbase, Binance, or whatever exchange is good for you. Trade that ICP really quick, especially if ICP is like at a resistance point where we haven't broken out and we're kind of Bitcoin's going down. Put that ICP into a stable coin. Like I would stay away from Binance USD because of the whole situation with Binance and everything. But I would put it into like USDT. It can cost a little bit of money on a decentralized exchange for USDT. And you won't be able to do that on Coinbase. So on Coinbase, I would say USDC, and then trade it into USDC. Wait for ICP to go back down, and then instead of losing that money that you had that $100 profit, but then when ICP goes back down and you buy back into ICP, now you have a $200 profit. You just turn a $100 profit into $200 profit because you have a stable coin that holds that price at the stable level, which keeps your $100 profit. Because if not, you put it into ICP, you lose that $100, and then it might come back in a couple of weeks. But this is how you are going to effectively make a profit. And it will actually help ICP if you're putting it back in. Because if you get $100 and then you buy out to a stable coin, that will temporarily, be sell volume. But then when it goes back down and you can buy even more ICP, that's more purchasing volume. Because you're buying more ICP at a certain level, you're holding that level. So I was really wanting to get that point across because it's something that we need. We need a stable coin in ICP. And I know they're going to be working on it. I know that they are integrating, I believe, USDC or USD. Somehow they're integrating a stable coin into ICP right now, or taking it from, they have a lot of like USDT on TRX that went over to USDT, and then Binance USD is now going over to USDT as well. But I would like to see USDT or USDC on the ICP network, if not a new one, like what would it be? IUSD, Internet or ICUSD, or CK, Chain Key USD, right? That would be cool. CKUSD, that's probably what it would be, right? Because we have CKBTC, we'll have CKF, and then if we have CKUSD, which would be Chain Key United States dollar. Boom. And, you know, I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, Ripple is something where, you know, the banks and the governments are looking for kind of, what do you call it? To lead the central bank digital currencies, right? What if they used ICP as the central bank? Because it's the fastest. Literally, every time I have ever sent ICP, whether it be to Coinbase, whether it be to another wallet, whether it be anywhere, to a friend, it's instantaneous. You know, with other cryptos, when I first started doing this, I was giving away, you know, prizes in like Bitcoin. And I'd be like, well, if you guys want it faster, instead of doing a Bitcoin prize, I could do like Dash or something else. And those, I would always go to either Dash or Litecoin because they're super fast and mainly super cheap. But now it's ICP. So let's get to these comments. I just kind of got going on there. Hey, what's up, buddy? You're lucky. I used to hate people calling me Jeffy because of that movie, The Ringer. But it was actually what my little brother and sister called me growing up because they couldn't say Jeffrey. They had to say Jeffy. So it kind of, you know, I like that memory. So I'm okay with that. I used to just be kind of hard-headed, and anything that would make me like feel bad or look bad, or I didn't like it. But you know what? I'm grown now, so stuff like that doesn't really bother me. You know, I'm more like, okay, it's flattering, you know? So anyway, sure, I will cook fish behind you. There's this one saying for Eminem. I don't know if I can say it, but anyway, they say you walk around mad, you let your anger blind you. We walk around just playing the violin behind you. So that's what a lot of people think, that when the crypto goes down, it's over. And that's why you see a lot of people coming out of the market. But I read an article today. I'm not going to show you that article. You can find it on Coinbase or whatever. But it was talking about NASDAQ having a bull flag. So if we're having bull flags in the traditional markets, and it's saying that is a good indicator for where crypto is going in 2023 now, that we could really just be seeing the beginning of a massive move. Now, if we started not being as volatile right now, we could be looking at another 3, 4, 5, 6 month bear market, you know, where we go back down and test like $4. I don't think that's happening. We are possibly always going to have a retracement because Bitcoin moves the market, and they like to use that Bitcoin hammer, which is just the Bitcoin dominance to smash the altcoins down, like a quick movement up and down. We know what that is. But yeah, can't wait to get my chat tokens. Are those going to be the district ones, the chat tokens, or is that open chat? I think it's it's open chat. You're right. You're right. I'm right. I guess we're right. But yeah, chat tokens are going to be awesome. I have yet to send any CKBTC on open chat. But if you guys want to go join my open chat over there, we're going to be building a lot of stuff on these decentralized social medias. I looked at my Discover Bitcoin Renegade group, and I didn't even know that people had been posting in my group for months and months and months. So definitely go join Bitcoin Renegade portal on Discover. We're going to try to build that out. I'm going to do some giveaways to kind of, you know, I wouldn't say artificially, but non-organically pump my portal over there, because I think Discover is one of my favorite places, and I think we really need to build that up and just kind of get more attention over there. So if you guys want to join my Discover, it's Bitcoin Renegade, or just post there. You don't have to join the portal, just post over there. Bitcoin Renegade, all you have to do is when it says where to post to, like it normally says Discover, just put in Bitcoin, and then it might show up there, but RE, and then it'll show you the rest of it. So that's pretty cool. Wait, hold on. He said, no, I won't buy a Lambo. I'm buying a Corvette. Actually, Corvettes used to be my favorite kind of car. In the house that I lived in Oregon when I was like 13, our neighbor was a used car salesman. and but a high-end used car salesman. He would come home every single night with a different freaking high-end car. And I didn't ask him ever for a ride in one of them until he got his Corvette. It's been my favorite car ever since I was a little kid. I absolutely love Corvettes. I don't know if I'd ever buy one though. Like, it depends if I got a good deal on it. I wouldn't spend like $150,000 for a car, but if I could get a nice Corvette, for the same price that I would get like a BMW or Mercedes, I would definitely do that. And then take the extra 100,000 and put it in charity. But that's one thing I'm hoping to, be a person that is able to contribute to some good causes. So top 5. Now this I could probably see by 2028. It's going to take a long time to get top 5. Why? We are competing with a lot of other cryptos. So now if every crypto stayed the same and just ICP moved up the rung, we would definitely be in the top 5. The only thing with that is when ICP pumps, because Bitcoin pumps or whatever, or because we're just doing really good, other cryptos are pumping as well. This last couple of weeks, we have moved up the ranks, but we only moved about 7, 8, 9 spots and then kind of went back, as we retrace. So it's going to be a fight to get to those top 10, spots or top 5, but it definitely is possible with chain key cryptography and the integration of a world computer into ICP. When you can make an Ethereum transaction at the internet speed, that is going to attract millions of investors. Millions of investors will be into internet computer when you can trade Ethereum. Say if you go to OpenSea, how long does it take for an OpenSea NFT transaction to go through? Hours? So, in a bull market, it's going to take days even, because it's going to get clogged up. People are going to front run and get their position out before you. So it could take days. Well, with the integration of CKF, you are going to be able to make that same transaction on the Ethereum blockchain at internet computer speed or internet speed, because you are going to be directly integrated with internet computer. When I buy CKBTC on a decentralized exchange like ICP Swap, it is instantaneous. Right away, that money is available in my wallet. So if I wanted to trade it right back, I could do that immediately within 100th of a second. Internet speed. However long it takes for the page to load, the outcall, to be put out there, and for it to actually go through. It's like however fast the internet can go is how fast ICP can go. So that is definite possibility with those things that ICP becomes a top 10 or even a top 5 crypto. That's going to take longer, and that's a good thing. We don't want ICP to go up all the way to the top 5 and then all the way back to number 50 because we went up way too high and then got wrecked. So that's a good thing. Six Figs was talking about a massive inverse head and shoulders. That's where I think we're heading right now. There is a big possibility with this big uptrend all the way to $8.20 and our downtrend with the dip that we have. Actually, let's go show that. I wasn't going to do a lot of TA on here tonight, but I am going to show this because it is, and shout out to Six Figs for this, because he's the reason that I'm even talking about it. And I don't like to steal other people's stuff, but when there's a big pattern, I'm definitely going to talk about it. So let's share my screen with you here. But I always got to give credit where credit's due. Credit is due. Credit is due. Okay, so let's go show you what I'm talking about. And this is going to be on the daily here. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know if I wanted to go that far out. So let's. Oh, okay. Actually, there we go. All right. As you see, this is a massive, massive pattern. We have this massive head right here. We have this massive shoulder right here. And we are actually, with going down as low as we have, and we might even actually be able to go even down to $5 or more, but it could happen even right here. We don't need another massive shoulder. But if we do end up going back to about, $6, break that $6.30 level where we did before, that we could definitely see a big inverse head and shoulders play out right here. And then if that happens, it's going to look something like this. These two wicks right there are kind of in the way, but I would just do it like this. So we can actually see where this would kind of take us to. There's that. And then we go from the bottom here up to here. And this is going to break us out at $10, I think. This could be, yeah, this is going to be a very massive move all the way up to $12 resistance that we had before. And look, if we go back, look at the level where the resistance is at the level where we kind of held support here for a minute before breaking down. So these are things that you definitely have to take into account when moving. But look at the volatility that we've had, over the last year. This is back in August of 2022. We had a big downtrend. Now we're in an uptrend, though. The downtrend is over, guys. We were in this big downtrend, and we broke out of it. And there's this other thing that I read that has to do with like physics and stuff. When an object is on the way down, unless there is a third party thing involved, it is going to keep going down. And the same thing with a rocket. When it goes up, either it runs out of gas, right? Or it keeps going if it's still gas, unless there's something that gets in the way. So if you look at the price, we're in an uptrend. Well, we're going to be in an uptrend until it either runs out of gas, or we something gets in the way, or we continue upwards. That is the kind of cool thing with ICP right now. We're in an uptrend. The trend is your friend till the end. So definitely kind of cool. Did you apply on Portal Grant and Discover? No, I didn't know there was a Portal Grant, but that would be cool if we could use like a grant to help build our portal over there. That would definitely be cool. I really want another internet computer grant. I don't know if I can get it. The program's closed right now, but I have some big plans. I have to shout out Victor, because these little short 1 minute video snippets that I made and put over to Twitter, I realized you put the video and then you make another tweet with the link, because what happens if you just post a video with a tweet with a link saying go watch a YouTube video, Twitter treats that as, oh, this is kind of spammish, because all you're doing is telling people to go over to another place. You're not bringing value. So what I do is I make a short snippet of like this video and put the best parts of the video, and then underneath in the comment I put a link, and that's all thanks to Victor kind of helping me figure that out. So if I do have another internet computer grant, that is what I will be doing for them. And my channel's actually blown up. Lately, we have got over like 150 new subscribers in the last couple of weeks. We have more views now than we had in the last 3 months this month. So thank you guys for that. You guys are awesome. All of your support, all of your getting behind me has really helped. So thank you so much for that. I might be going to Denver, actually, guys. Would you like to see me do some videos from there? I'm thinking about, driving to Denver. It's like a 29 to 34 hour drive, which I could make in a couple of days. If I leave, within like 3 days of getting there, I could, cut it into 3-day portions. I could drive, maybe make some videos on the way, and show you guys from Washington to Denver, a little trip. Who knows? We'll see. But if is any big news will come out while ICP is at Denver conference this week, I'm hoping Catalyze partners with ETH. Phase 1 of the ETH integration should be announced, done too, I would guess. So they are, if there is people from ICP there, yes, there is going to be some massive news coming at Denver. These are the kind of things that really get the word out from people that don't understand or don't know about ICP in the way that they really should. They might have heard about it. But when you get face to face with somebody and you are like, man, this is really where I'm at. I'm not saying it just for my videos. I believe in this crypto right here. This is why. Boom. And then you show them, they're like, oh, so this guy's serious. Okay, maybe I'll look at that. And that's where the value of these big conventions lie. And going forward, I am going to actually be doing some big things in the space. I can't talk about it on these videos, but I'll talk about it on the videos that I can, because I'm trying to separate those. I can't talk about certain things with this partnership that I have coming up, which is okay. I'm fine with that. I just need to know what I need to do. So, and I won't be able to start doing things till next month. That's why I'm like, man, I want to do something now. So I might go to F Denver. Yeah, open chat. That's what I thought. I'm like, chat. Yeah, it's not Discover. That's open chat. Okay. I see Porsche. That would be cool to see a car with internet computer technology. Like there's this one car that I made a video. Go check it out. You're gonna have to look it up on my channel. But a car where you can mine Bitcoin in your car while you charge your car. You can mine Bitcoin. It's so crazy. So imagine being able to interact, not like mine ICP, but interact with ICP blockchain in your car. That's the future, where you have like a USB port where you can hook your ledger up into, or like a ledger connect where you can, pay for your gas with ICP. That would be cool. You just hook up your little, or you get like a little card or a little thing you can just stick into the gas pump, pay with ICP or whatever, because it'll be more valuable than cash. It's either like, how they have you pay more money if you use your credit card and less money if you pay cash. Well, it'll be more money if you use your credit card, less money if you pay cash, and even less money if you use ICP. Dude, that would be so cool. That's the future, though. That is definitely the future. How long do you think the market will be in a sideways trend before it going back into the bull market? That is a very good question. Now, it's hard to answer that because I don't have an exact price date, but by May of 2024, we're going to be in a full-out bull market. That's almost 100%. Every single time that we have the Bitcoin halving, either before, during, or after, right around that time, within months of May 2024, we are going to see the bull market. We are transitioning right now from the bear market to the bull market. So what that means is we could pump really good for a little while, and then we could have a big retracement. It's volatile. We like to see volatility because that means more people are trading. When you get less volatility in the market like we had before the big pump, that means nobody's doing anything. Everybody who has crypto is keeping it, and everybody who doesn't have crypto is not buying it. So what needs to happen is it needs to move in a big way to get more people invested. With the big bull flag in NASDAQ right now, and more, as long as, interest rates don't get hiked up too much with the FOMC, then we could really see, and the event that's going on still across the world kind of dies down, hopefully. We could really see a massive move with crypto, and then a big retracement as well. I see Bitcoin heading to 30K very soon. By summertime, Bitcoin is going to hit 30,000. So, and I'm still saying $10 ICP before the end of March. We're on trajectory to do that, especially, let's go back to my other thing over here. If this inverse head and shoulders plays out, we will absolutely tear past that $10 level with authority. I mean, 990 is basically the top of the wick over here, like right here, and it was support here before it broke down, and we have not been above that level since. Now, we are technically on the daily still in a downtrend from a higher high to a lower high here, but we are getting higher lows now. And we have a higher low even than this low over here. So this is a definite reversal in the market. But how long that lasts is definitely going to be kind of up to Bitcoin, which we can go in and look for just a second. My default is internet computer, not Bitcoin. Because I'm definitely a big ICP guy, man. Even though I'm not part of the grant program anymore, ICP has my heart, baby. When it comes to crypto, I just really, really enjoy the community. You guys are my people. I looked for a lot of community, and I just couldn't find my people until I went into the ICP community, and you guys have just surrounded me. We had a good community on Express Crypto, and then those guys kind of robbed everybody and broke up our community. But let's go look at the weekly on Bitcoin. See, as you see, we're doing pretty good. We had this little kind of curving hump, and that could have brought us all the way back down. When you have this kind of curve over like this, that is definitely a bearish curve right here. But since we hit it and kept going up, that's a good thing. And look at all this volume. If we go back here, there's not very much Bitcoin volume. Look at that. Even way back here, there's not a whole lot of volume happening. Well, back there, that's the bull market. But even back there wasn't as much volume as we're seeing right here. You see how much volume was put into Bitcoin recently? That is because everybody wants to buy it at $15,000. So that's really awesome. We have more volume now than in the bull market. So as you see, we are in a cool way with Bitcoin. We hit this kind of W pattern right here, and we are testing this big resistance, which isn't a big area of resistance with Bitcoin. So I really see us heading up to about this 30,000 from, anywhere from $28,000 to $30,000 right here is going to be a big area that we're going to be attracted to and have a bunch of resistance, which will in turn bring Internet Computer. Let's go to the weekly on this one as well. Up back to these nice high levels back up here at $10, $12, $16, right? Because we don't have a lot of accumulation at those levels, so we should fly right through it. Not a lot of resistance. So it kind of depends on Bitcoin right now, because we could actually go into altcoin seasons, which is what happens. Say like Bitcoin pumps to $28,000, and then Internet Computer pumps a little bit. Say we go back up to 750, 775, and then Bitcoin kind of goes sideways. That's what happened last time when we went from like $7 or 660, broke that level, went all the way up to 824, and then kind of retraced because we went up pretty fast, and then Bitcoin went down. But what is going to happen if Bitcoin, kind of goes up to that $28,000 level, goes sideways? We're going to see ICP go up to test $10 after, it goes sideways after that, because that's what happens when Bitcoin creates an altcoin season. What happens is Bitcoin will have less of the market dominance, so that ICP and Ethereum, especially if Ethereum leads the way. And so what happens, I've seen Ethereum take the market and turn it from a bearish to a bullish market. So we need cooperation from Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we could really see new highs and a new low. And what we want to see on Internet Computer, I know I'm going back and forth, is that new high, which I'm going to show you on the daily. We need to get this new high over here. We just really do. That is going to be what is going to change everything. Okay. See, we don't have a new high. We have this all the way up to about $10. Well, we went to 824 right here. We're getting ready to test those new highs, but we need a new high before we can say we are actually in, a bullish, a really good bullish trend, or even a bull market. So this is the area that I'm looking to surpass to say that we are in a legit bull market. And until we pass those levels, we are still in an all-out bear market, but it's a transition period, which means we could have good pumps, big volatility, and a lot of money to be made if you're dollar cost averaging, or if you're turning your ICP into stable coins at 824, watch it go all the way back down to 660. Imagine that. That's $1.60 per ICP. If you have 1,000 ICP, okay. Well, whatever 1,000 ICP, my phone died. Whatever 1,000 ICP times $1.60 is, it's like $160 or something that you could have made. I know it's not a lot, but when it's just one move from the day to the day, you're making $160. And then if you put that, say, ICP is at 650, how many ICP can you get for 100? And that's how many more you would have in ICP. I have a really big math brain. My brain is just math. So, if stock markets start to show stability, though, then the crypto market will soon to follow. Even if it doesn't jump, it should stabilize. So we don't really want to see a big stabilization, which that is pretty true. We don't want to see less volatility, if that's what you mean, stabilizing. Now, if we start to, go from like 660 to 8, back down to 7, back to 8, that's okay. That's still volatile. We're in a box area. Yeah, that would be okay. But if we start going from like 610 to 620, back to 610, and just staying in a really small area, that will be bad, because that could really dump us down to about $4. And because it's the same thing if we don't get a lot of volatility when we're at the bottom, it's the same as at the top. If we start to see less trading volume, less volatility, means we could really go down. So that's a good point, definitely. And it Yeah. So we need a big event to happen. Like either Elon Musk says, "Oh, I'm gonna take ICP for payment for Tesla," or "I'm gonna integrate ICP's blockchain into Dogecoin," or "We're gonna partner with Dominic Williams to bring Dogecoin, to Twitter in a fast, reliable way." And that is the future, which is going to be ICP connected with Dogecoin too. That's a big one that I'm looking forward to after Ethereum. We need to integrate with Dogecoin. I know it's a meme coin. I know it doesn't have a lot of utility, but it has Elon Musk backing it and a massive community, which people like. And it has a lot of platforms that take Dogecoin, right? It's one of the most widely accepted cryptos everywhere. On any exchange, on any app that I use that's crypto related, they have Dogecoin. Not all of them have ICP yet, but a lot of them have Dogecoin. So if ICP integrates with Dogecoin, we are going to see a massive boost, because we're integrated with Bitcoin, the number one crypto. We're going to integrate with Ethereum, the number two crypto. And then if we integrate with Dogecoin, the number 10 or 11 crypto, we're going into the top 10 for sure. So an IC Mustang. I don't really care for Fords. Only reason I have a story where we traveled from Washington to Oregon, and then on our way back, we rented a U-Haul, which was a Ford. Our U-Haul broke down at a 7-Eleven like a couple hours after we rented it. After we put all of our stuff in the back of the U-Haul, we drove up to this city. I think it was right near Bend, Oregon, or something like that. And we broke down. Our U-Haul was a Ford. The transmission went out, right? So that's bad enough. Then while we were there, even before we got there, there was a van there, a Ford van, and we start talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, my van broke down here." And we're like, "No way, that's a Ford too?" And then two more cars pulled in at the exact same time while we were there, all broke down at the same time. 4 Fords all broke down at the same 7-Eleven. Now, either there's something going on in that part of the world that just broke down cars, or Fords suck. And ever since then, I've had a big bias against Fords, because we took it to U-Haul, right? And they would not help us unload the U-Haul and then reload it back up. Like, that's part of what we paid for, is to have them load our U-Haul. So mind you this, it's me. I'm 15 or 16 at the time. My mom, she's had 17 back surgeries. And then my little brother, who's like, I don't know if I'm 15, he's like 8. And my little sister, who's 6. So basically, it was me. I'm the only, my little brother and sister helped a little bit, but all the big stuff, it was me. And so that sucked. I'm not going to lie, because we had a whole house. That's the only reason we went there. My mom kept our stuff in storage in Oregon, and then 4 cars broke down at the same 7-Eleven, all Fords. So I've had a bias against Fords ever since then. Yeah, that's just a funny story. But I have some good 7-Eleven stories too. I actually met one of my lifelong friends at 7-Eleven. I might have to tell you guys that story one time. She's with God now. Miss you. She had leukemia for a long time, and then she got the event, and that was it. I miss her. What's up, brother? Love your channel. Oh man, thank you. I love that comment. Definitely, thank you. This is absolutely correct, brother. Yeah, sorry. I try to look at these in context to what I'm saying, but yeah, I know I'm correct now. I try to give you guys good news. This is more of like a vlog style video today. I just think that we need to connect as people to understand what's going on, because if I'm always just throwing charts in your face and like, oh, here's this statistic, here's that, we can't really connect onto what's really happening with us, right? We can see what's happening with the crypto, but in order to understand the market, you got to understand the psychology of all of us that are in the market. Are you scared right now? Even if we don't look at the fear and greed index, are you worried about losing money? Are you worried that ICP is going to go all the way down to $4, $2? Or are you one of those people that is like, I don't care where it goes. If it goes down to this certain level, I'm buying it. If it goes to this certain level, I'm taking a little bit of profit, putting it into a stable coin. And what I want to tell you about that is be careful, because if you take all of your ICP, never put all of it. This is why I learned this with Bitcoin. I ended up putting all of my Bitcoin into a stable coin, thinking that Bitcoin was going to go down so that I could buy more Bitcoin before it pumped. Well, what happened is when I put it all into a stable coin, Bitcoin went down a little bit, not enough for me to buy back in at a profit, and then went absolutely parabolic, and I couldn't get back in without losing. So I always only take portions. Never trade all of your crypto in one trade. That's not financial advice. That's just a lot of common sense there, because you could lose big. But a big thing, we need stable coins, and I'm going to keep saying that in my videos until we get one. I wish those friends come here again. I can some of them on Discord. Yeah, I do have a bunch of friends in the video game place. I used to have a group that was like my video game friends, and I would share all my crypto stuff, and they were interested for a while. But it's so hard by myself to keep up with 12 different groups: Telegram, Discord, Line, Open Chat, Discover, District, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Like, it gets overwhelming for one person, especially when I'm cranking out video after video after video. That's why I like to take time to actually just sit here and connect with you guys in a video like this. We're talking about crypto, but we're doing it in kind of a different type of way. So, oh, you love math too. Yeah, you're in college, aren't you? You're still, see, I like college kids. Why? Because they still have, and this isn't just college kids, anyone with a big interest in learning and bettering themselves through knowledge. And that's, I navigate to people like that. People that aren't just out there like using their smarts to hurt people, but actually using their smarts to benefit other people and themselves. Those are my favorite kind of people. So stability would show people the market is good. I can buy crypto again and not lose a ton of money. Boom, more money coming in, price rise. That's kind of true, but that's not how crypto really works. I get the idea that we would like to see more stable prices, but that's why you need stable coins. We're not really going to see big stability in any crypto. That's not how crypto works. Crypto is meant to be volatile, and stocks too. You don't ever really see a stock just go sideways for like a year. Oh, we could buy into this. You know, one, it's going to attract some people, but it's going to push away a lot of other people that are like, yeah, this, it's not worth my time. Look what happened with AMP. When AMP just went sideways, nobody entered it. And it finally pumped today or yesterday. It finally did a little pump, but it lost tons and tons of people because it didn't have a lot of price movements. It's boring. And I know that's good for long-term investors, but some short-term investors, or even if they think they're long-term, they don't have the patience to really benefit from a sideways thing, because sideways does make more trusting in the market, but it doesn't really give us action. It doesn't make us money. And that's where it's gonna. That's why when we start to pump, people FOMO in because they're like, "Cool, now I can make money." That is what people think. Oh, it's moving, now I can make money. People like you and I were smart, and we're like, no, we want it when it's low, when it's not moving a lot, so that when it does pump, we're already in and we can make our money. So you have the right idea, but if you really know the crypto market and the psychology of it, it doesn't work like that. I wish it did. Like, I understand 100% what you're saying, but yeah, the market, people are just too FOMO. They want to be in something that they think they're missing out, and then they could actually miss out on something they were already in. So that's a good point, but yeah. Nobody's paying attention to Elon anymore. Well, they do. Just we don't hear about it as much because he isn't doing as much. It seems like he really talks about things in the bull market more. But every time he mentions baby Dogecoin, we see massive pumps. So he might not have as much authority and power as he did in 2020, 2021, because he didn't abuse that power until now. Like, now he's abused it, right? So you don't want to abuse that power, because then people won't take you seriously. Oh, that transmission sucked on the U-Haul 95 or 96, but nobody bothered to get them fixed. Oh, yeah, that just, man, 4 broke down Fords in one 7-Eleven in one town, all at the same time. That, I mean, I've never seen anything like that before or since then in my lifetime. Four of any kind, even 4 different cars broke down at the same place. Never seen that before. So that's why I'm biased against Fords. I do like the Shelby Cobra, which is kind of like a Ford, Ford, I think, or I don't know. I do like the Ford Mustang too. And what else? There's another one that I really like of Fords too, but for the most part, I won't ever buy a Ford. I think that 7-Eleven belongs on Supernatural. It was haunted by the ghost of the Chevy brothers. That's what it seemed like. And we didn't break down like at 7-Eleven. It was like on our way. Well, I guess it really was. Yeah. I don't know if we broke down and then like rolled to 7-Eleven and like we're already breaking down. The transmission just went bad. I don't remember that clearly, but maybe it broke down right there. I don't know. I know it happened at 7-Eleven, and there was a van there already broke down. It was a Ford. And then while we were sitting there waiting for the new U-Haul, two more Fords broke down at that same 7-Eleven. So it could be, like the previous owner of that 7-Eleven was a Chevy guy, like, or I don't know, dude. That kind of stuff kind of freaks me out, but I don't put too much thought into that either. I'm just like, Fords, you suck. Funny enough, along that line, I personally had 7 Jeeps with the front wheels just fell off on the highway, so I get it. I like Jeeps though. Jeeps are all right. I like Toyotas. I'm a big 4-wheel drive guy. I love off-roading. That's one of my favorite things to do growing up. All my friends, my buddy had a Ford Bronco, and I do like those. I do like Broncos. We had a Ford Bronco that we would always take out and just floor by the heck out of it. And then another one of my friends, he got 44-inch tires, lifted that thing as high as possible, and we burn out like 10 transmissions in this big old mud pit. That was one of the funnest times in my life. I'm not going to lie. That was so fun. And it was an artificial mud pit. We made it in my friend's backyard. It was so deep and steep, and we'd spray the hose in there even when it wasn't raining, so we'd have mud. Oh, man, we toasted so many transmissions. It was fun. We blew out some shocks, so broke some axles, just having some good old fashioned fun. So you passed your degree 4 years ago? Congratulations, brother. Oh, you're not in college still. Okay. That must be my other buddy. Okay. I thought you were still in school. My bad. My bad. Bad wheel hubs, but I never paid much attention to it. Decided to go with the aftermarket front knuckles over the factory ones, rebuilding our Grand Wagoneer. That's good. I do like Jeeps. I've only one time 4x a Jeep, and it was a lot of fun, but I had to be very careful because it wasn't mine, and I didn't want to. What do you call it? The fenders were super close to the wheels, and there was no lift, so they were like that far. And if I would have done anything, it would have wrecked it. And I would have been screwed because I would have owed a lot of money on that. But yeah, I definitely want to get like a cheap Jeep or a cheap Toyota truck. That would be fun. Maybe I'll make some videos out for buying, after I make a lot of money with ICP. Yeah, I think I would rather have trucks than like a Mercedes Corvette or anything because, yeah, you could race a Corvette, but where can you race it out without getting in trouble? You'd have to go to like a track. See, with 4x vehicles, you can just take them out into the woods, out into the trails, and 4x them, and then boom, you're good to go. And there's a lot of places you can go for free without getting in trouble, right? So that's one thing. I don't do trouble. I don't get in trouble anymore. That was in my 20s and teens. Like, if it's going to get me in trouble, I just don't do it. I'd rather find something else because there's so many fun things you can do that are legal and, won't get you in trouble. So I think I'd rather go with like a 4x vehicle and instead of like, a fast vehicle that could really get me in trouble. I love the Ford Focus ST. I know Ford Focuses are little tiny cars, kind of like my Hyundai Elantra, but I'm not big on Ford, like I said. I did have a friend of mine. She had a little Ford, and we actually drove it from Wyoming to Montana through Idaho, Washington, because I used to live in Washington, and we started out in Wyoming. I lived there at the time. So I was just showing them where I lived in Washington previously, Then we went to Oregon. We broke down in Medford, Oregon. We got a flat. We actually, in the mountains, got flipped around. A semi's coming towards us. So the ice, we slid on black ice, went all the way around, and a semi's coming towards us. And luckily, I was able to just get us off the road when the semi went past. But that was the last time I drove that car. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and we got out of that. But that black ice is scary in the mountains because you can't even see it. It looks like the road. You know, the road's black, the ice is black. You can't tell the difference. So yeah, it's kind of freaky. But that was a Ford too, and that's why I learned how to drive a stick, because it was a stick shift, and my other two friends were super tired. So I'm like, oh, let me do it, and I learned how to drive a stick then. All right, guys, I think that's about all we're going to have. The longer the video, the less people want to watch it. So that's all we're going to have today. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're making some greenbacks. I don't know why I just did that, but hopefully you guys move your ICP into stable coins or just keep it there. Never move all of your crypto. That's kind of the point of all of this. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, guys. Kind of spread your stuff out. ICP tokens, you can make a nice profit. I'm going to wait for them to go down again before I buy back in. I have 50 to 70 ICP that I'm going to use to buy NDP, Dogme, Ghost, and OGY. Those are the 4 that are on my list. I might do Baby Air Off. I mean, there's a few other ones that I'm thinking about buying, but I don't know. I don't want to lose any more money with ICP tokens. So it kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Because there isn't really good TA that I can do. I can't be like, oh yeah, look at this. There's support. There's a 10-day moving average. Like, those things aren't available to us yet. So I'm just kind of going off of previous, believing in the project and the people behind it. So, all right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP.